2K Sports checks in with their loyal viewers with the broadcast from Boston, the home of the Celtics. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And before the action gets going here, let's go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Eric Spoelstra. What's the news, David?
Well, Kevin, he said defensively their main priority is going to be preventing points in the paint. He told me we can't let them get comfortable inside. That's what'll hurt us. He wants them playing a very physical brand of D down low. We'll see if they got the message. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. And this is a young Celtics team. Even the vets still just entering their prime years. Chris, they've built from within. And what a great environment to develop it.
I mean, come on, one of the best. A great tradition and history of winning. A passionate and knowledgeable fan base. Committed ownership and front office. The players are given everything they need to be successful.
And so off the tip, it's Boston. So the opening lineup for the Heat. A lot of length up front with Bosh and Whiteside in the middle. Dragic is out there with Dion Waiters. And it's Winslow in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Thomas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Drills the three-pointer.
Wow, and like all great scores, Thomas never fazed by a little defensive pressure.
Dragic kicks to Bosh. Waiters up top. Takes the 3. And Boston with the rebound. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Bradley's got the ball. Took him no time at all on that one. Bradley's got his first bucket in this one. Waiters passes to Winslow. Up top, Dragic. He's guarded by Thomas. Whiteside, a screen on Thomas. Waiters no luck.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, the screen got him all the space he needed to release that one. I thought for sure that was going in.
Now here is Horford. Outside Brent. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And for me, one of the more unsung players in the league, Al Horford, a 2-time national champion at the University of Florida, one of the most skilled and versatile big men in our league, and he hasn't gotten the attention I believe he deserves.
Free throw drops for Al Horford. And with Horford's free agency looming this last summer, last season was a tricky spot for the Atlanta Hawks. Would they be able to keep him?
Yeah, and you go back to the lack of exposure he's gotten. I mean, from the Dominican Republic, he's a Spanish-speaking star. I mean, his marketing and endorsement potential in bigger markets, something he is well aware of.
And Al Horford drops them both.
And what a tremendous advantage. Bigs who can shoot from the line.
Not a fast start here for the Heat. 7-point differential. Dragic kicks to Winslow. Pass to Bosh. Here is Whiteside. He dishes it to Winslow. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
It took them a while, but finally they take the lid off.
Well, now that they have the monkey off their backs, hopefully their offense will get better as a result of that.
Now here's Thomas. Johnson the screen. Crowder against Winslow. Crowder dishes to Horford. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Hassan Whiteside.
And it had been something that had been talked about in the past via trade, but Al Horford joined Boston in the offseason via free agency. It was the fit that he wanted team-wise, and Horford was ready for a new challenge. So great fit with this roster and the city of Boston.
The first one falls. And Al Horford got a max deal to come to the Boston Celtics. GA, he's on the wrong side of 30, but when you look at his game, his all-star resume, you don't see a real sharp decline coming.
Great point, Kevin, and that's why the Celtics were willing to give Horford the contract they gave him. It was one of the bigger free agent names on the market. You knew that the Celtics would want to make a splash in free agency, and he was their guy.
And Horford, a pretty steady free throw shooter. I mean, he had a few down seasons, maybe due to those pectoral tears, but I tell you what, he's been right up there around 80%.
Winslow wide open. He fires, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Johnson at the elbow. And there's the pass to Bradley. Johnson sets the screen for Bradley. Outside Thomas. Shot clock at 5. Back to Bradley. Here's Crowder. Off target from outside.
After having a 3 buried in his face, he wanted so badly to get back at him, a little payback. He just couldn't get it done.
Bradley passes to Crowder, and he gets it to go. Crowder's got his first 2 points.
Oh, nice look by Bradley, moving it to the open man.
Tries to save it. Winslow kicks to Dragic. There's the pick. Now the feed to Bosch. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And another basket for Miami.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Celtics leading by 4. Thomas kicks to Johnson. The Celtics working the ball around now. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, and Horford doesn't always shoot a lot of free throws for a star big man. You'd like to see him getting that respect from the official.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
Al Horford. He'll be at the line shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. Well, the league going more up-tempo with more three-point shooting. That's not, though, the Miami Heat.
No, they're at the bottom of the league as far as pace and as far as three-point shooting. This team makes its bones at the defensive end of the floor. That's really where they excel.
The Heat making a switch here. Williams is checked in, and he's good on the second. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Dragic kicks to Waiters. Fires at the elbow. They get the rebound. Dragic. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Now, you may have expected the Celtics to improve last season, but to secure a top 5 seed, an 8-win improvement over their previous season, now that's very impressive. They set the longest home winning streak since the Larry Bird era.
And the Celtics suffering some injuries down the stretch. Fell to the Hawks in the first round of the playoffs.
Well, don't feel bad for them. Still coming into this summer's draft with cap space and 8 draft picks in June, you knew they were poised to make a big leap. Celtics fans hoping they can make an even deeper run this time out.
Celtics leading by 3. Outside Thomas. No good. Shot missing. Dragic with some nice D. He'd have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Outside Bosch. Back to Winslow. Good, and it's Bosch picking up the assist. Winslow's got 7. Here's Thomas. Johnson outside. Pass to Horford. Nice D from Bosch.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And here's Winslow. He's got 7. From 13. And Boston with the rebound.
Well, nice. You have to love it. He worked very hard to get a great look at the bucket. Those are the shots you want him taking every time.
Pulls up on the elbow. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. He has 5.
Oh, he's shooting a fantastic mark from the field to begin this one.
And Waiters kicks to Dragic. Waiters with the screen for Dragic. Here's Williams. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
The passion, the skill, taking full advantage on the offensive boards.
The Heat shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting. So some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
And it's tied up with that one. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Thomas dishes to Johnson. It's stolen by Dragic. To the inside. Johnson with the block.
Oh, the rim protection from Johnson. One more thing that makes him special.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Well, of course it did. The D was nowhere to be found, and because of that, he easily spread down the court and got an easy bucket on that.
Outside Dragic. Bosch inside, guarded by Horford. Bosch, that's good. Bosch has got his second bucket of the game to go. So the Celtics call timeout, their first. Here's Thomas. 5 points in the game. Down low. Kicks it out to Bradley. Trying his luck deep. Horford no luck. He'd have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Thomas against Dragic. Chris, you're a Detroit product through and through. Grew up in the area and played for the University of Michigan. Did growing up in Detroit impact at all how you played the game?
Oh, man, definitely. You know, growing up on the west side of Detroit, I just, you know, everybody in Detroit is a Pistons fan. So, number one, that influenced me a big time. It's funny, Isaiah was my favorite player, and after he won the MVP a couple of times, he would always say, "Hi, Mom. Hey, Mom. Hi, Mom." So that's why after every game, I actually did it and was influenced that way. And Chuck Daly, he was a mentor to me. He knew me in high school, but as I grew older, his relationship meant a lot to me. So I can't thank, you know, Isaiah and Rick Mahorn. You know, I met those guys in high school. I can't thank them enough for their positive influence on me. Guys like John Sally and of course, Joe Dumars. So played for other teams, but as a fan, I always grew up a Pistons fan.
Like that.
Well, we've all heard the word around the league about Celtics head coach Brad Stevens. Players rave about his demeanor. Opposing coaches admire his play calling. You wonder if he translated success at Butler to the pros? That's just what he's done.
Now Thomas, after the missed three from Goran Dragic, knocked away. Out of bounds, Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession. Boston making some changes. Olenicki's checked in for Johnson. And Smart subbed in for Bradley. Josh Richardson's checked in for Miami. Thomas gets a wide open look. Boston again missing. The Heat trail by 3. There's Dragic with the 3. Drops in the tray. Dragic has got 5.
He's not your typical gunslinger from downtown, but he found a soft spot in that defense.
Smart passes to Horford. Picked by Horford. And the wide open shot from Crowder, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Heat moving the ball around. Bosch in the post, working on Horford. Bosch can't hit. Celtics have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Double team on Thomas. Smart with the ball. Outside for Thomas. 5 on the clock. Horford. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, Kelly Olynyk out of Gonzaga. Maybe the closest, Chris, we've seen to Dirk Nowitzki when you talk about 7-footers who can space the floor.
Well, he's a 7-footer now, but he grew up playing guard before he had that late growth spurt. You just don't find many players at his size with that kind of shooting and fluidity with the ball. I think his agility at his size is probably the most underrated aspect to his game.
That one is off. Jerebko's checked in for Boston. Brown comes in for Thomas. Then for the Heat, James Johnson's checked in for Bosch. Ellington comes in for Justice Winslow. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. And the second free throw, good. Miami's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Johnson kicks to Williams. To the paint. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Now Smart looking for his first basket still in this one. He kicks to Horford. There's the triple. Good, and Smart gets the assist. And the Celtics lead by 2.
And Horford in his 9th season in the league started making the three-pointer a big part of his offensive game. I mean, it's a shot you have to respect.
Now here's Johnson. Richardson for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Richardson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Smart. Taken away by Williams. Here's Ellington. Finishes the break with a slam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink.
Shot off the screen. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Heat leading by 3. Johnson outside. Johnson kicks to Richardson. Out to the wing. Johnson outside. It's Richardson on the wing. 4 on the clock. And again, Miami with the triple.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Screen by Olynyk. Will it go? And Horford finishes inside. Horford's got 11 points.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Johnson outside. Johnson against Olynyk. To the wing on the left. Ellington from outside. No good. Now Boston takes it the other way. Smart kicks to Horford. There's the dish to Jerebko. Here's Olynyk. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Gifted score around the rim. Olynyk can finish over either shoulder, and he's got great touch.
Johnson, the pass to Johnson. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Picked by Williams. Johnson kicks to Richardson. Johnson dishes to Richardson. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 9 points in the game so far.
And from three-point range, guys, he has hit the ground running. What a first quarter.
Smart passes to Horford. Back to Smart. Drilled it right as the clock hit all zeros.
Wow, what a clutch shot. He's got nerves of steel. Woo!
Nice. Able to keep his composure in the game's biggest
And Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a very successful tenure with the Butler Bulldogs. He talked about the challenge of making that decision.
The only hard part of that decision is leaving a place that you really loved for 13 years. I couldn't have left without knowing that it was a place that we were going to stay together and really commit to a process together. And I was sold on that, and I continue to be sold on it.
I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks Boston is stockpiling.
I know he's feeling real good about his decision. He's one of the bright coaching stars in our league.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Yeah, and starting off with a nice rhythm, then the snowball. They're looking kind of invincible right now.
On the court for Miami here in the second. A lot of length up front with Bosch and Whiteside in the middle. Richardson is out there with Johnson. And it's Johnson in at the three. Feeds to Richardson. Expanding his range. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Richardson's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Heat. Celtics trail by 6. And here's Smart. Outside Thomas from downtown. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Miami's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Johnson dishes to Richardson. And Brown over to help. Richardson kicks to Whiteside. Here's Johnson. Makes it off the glass. And it's an 8-point Heat lead.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, one thing you've heard over the years about Amir Johnson is that his box score stats may not wow you, but they belie his impact on the court. Coach Brad Stevens said he just knows how to play both ends. He makes easy plays with the ball, and then on the defensive end, he makes everyone better. Indeed, a two-way impact player, Kevin.
He's a plus-minus standout, D.A. Thank you. And here's Smart after Isaiah Thomas made that last three-pointer. And the basket is good. Smart's got his second basket.
I like Smart being aggressive right time, getting into the lane, using his power and speed to his advantage.
Johnson against Thomas. Johnson kicks to Johnson. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Olynyk, a screen on Richardson. Smart kicks to Olynyk. And the 3 off target.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Back to Bosch. Johnson the screen. Bosch passes to Richardson. And Boston with the rebound. Smart with the ball. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Thomas kicks to Jerebko. The three-pointer, no good. The Heat leading by 5. And it's Bosch in the corner. The 3. It's hauled in by Brown.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Richardson kicks to Johnson. The three-pointer is right on target. Johnson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Olynyk sets a screen for Brown. Olynyk, a screen on Johnson. Thomas, good.
Oh, he's been huge offensively. I mean, Thomas has it stuck on automatic.
Now Johnson. To the inside. Here's Bosch. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And when you talk about a player having an NBA-ready body, you want them to have the strength to compete with vets right off the bat. And make no mistake about it, Jaylen Brown has an NBA-ready body.
I'm just not sure the NBA is ready for him. I mean, he is a physical monster. Takes contact like defenders are insects and can still finish strong through the foul. Has a combo of speed, strength, length, and endurance that you rarely see from a player his age.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Johnson, he's checked in for Urebko. And it's Avery Bradley in for Marcus Smart. The Heat also changing it up. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Johnson. Waiters comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Dragic in for Johnson.
And in a draft class full of great wing players, it is easy to sleep on Jaylen Brown, but he can become a great player. Has everything you want from a wing in terms of skill set and that physicality. He could have a ceiling just as high as anybody else in this draft.
Here's Thomas after the made shot from Goran Dragic. Waiters dishes to Bosch. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
And you look at Jaylen Brown. He can go at the rim, pull up to shoot, plays good D. If his jumper gets a little more consistent, he can be scary.
Yeah, and that is what this team was hoping for when they drafted him. Just looking at the areas that he needs to work on, they are all, I think, correctable things. He's going to put up a lot of highlights over the course of his career.
Chris, you had a lengthy career that spanned a decade and a half. In all your years as a player, who was the biggest trash talker that you either played with or against?
Well, I'll tell you what, Larry Bird was a big trash talker. I got a chance to play with him in Dream Team and other basketball-type settings. He was one of them. We also got to go with my man GP, Gary Payton. He was a big trash talker, and I'd probably have to go with my man Larry Bird or GP. Gary Payton, 6'4" GP. I was on a plane with him one time, and he was talking trash in his sleep. So, Gary's somewhere talking right now, playing the game. So, yeah, that's Gary's style. Gary's he's the biggest trash talker I've ever met.
I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
Oh, yeah, and he may have seen something out there that he'd like to try to exploit. We'll see what they come out with.
Celtics dancers.
Bosch against Johnson. Thomas outside. Miami grabs the miss. Whiteside's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Thomas against Dragic. There's the pick. Pocket 6. Dishes it to Winslow. Offline with his 3. Celtics trail by 10. Thomas kicks to Olynyk. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Kelly Olynyk grew up in Toronto. In 7th grade, his family moved to Kamloops, British Columbia. He and Steve Nash, the 2 notable players to come out that region.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Olynyk.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
good on both. Miami leading by 8. Waiters passes to Winslow. Here's the screen. Whiteside dishes to Waiters. No good on the triple. The Celtics have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Kicks it to Olynyk. Nice ball movement by Boston. 5 to shoot. Bradley passes to Johnson. Bradley dishes to Johnson. That's it, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Olynyk.
Wow, you can't leave him open. Olynyk will knock it down every time.
Right side a screen. Now here's Dragic. 7 points in the game. Whiteside kicks to Waiters. Tries from 16. A second chance effort, and it's laid in by Whiteside. Whiteside's got his first bucket of the night.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Simple rule of team rebounding. Everyone needs to box out someone when the shot goes up. A number of assignments were missed right there.
The Heat leading by 7, and Dragic has it in the corner. Whiteside a screen. Here's Dragic. Fires at the elbow. And Whiteside again. Whiteside's got 4 this quarter.
Recognizing the size mismatch, pulls up from mid-range, easy money.
And here is Thomas. He's got 14. Olynyk with it. Thomas a screen. And here's Bradley from 3. And it's Dragic with the rebound.
Not a good pick there. If I'm shooting the ball and I'm looking at it, I'm asking, where is the effort? You've got to do a better job of screening.
Waiters passes to Dragic. There's the 3. The shot, no good. And it's Boston the other way.
After nailing an outside jumper during the first quarter, he can't seem to build off of it in this second.
Olynyk, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
I mean, and with his shooting touch, Olynyk is a big man that you hesitate to put on the line.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Kelly Olynyk will be at the line shooting
2. And he can't get the first one.
Strong take to get the foul there after not getting it there in the first quarter.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Miami. And he sinks the second. The Heat leading by 8. Now Dragic. He's got 7. Here's Waiters. Hits from the high post. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Start it.
Celtics call timeout.
Boston making a switch here. Horford's checked in. Celtics trail by 10. Thomas dishes to Johnson. Picked by Horford. Johnson kicks to Bradley. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Bradley's got his third basket of the night.
And that's where he's most comfortable. Bradley crafting this game to excel in the catch and shoot.
Dragic kicks to Bosch.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And taking a look back at his performance at the line a year ago, a rock solid 79%.
And he makes the first. So he gets them both.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Now here's Thomas. 14 points for him. Horford with the screen on Dragic. Here's Crowder. And so the ball's out of bounds. Winslow touched it left. Williams, he's checked in for Dion Waiters. Outside Thomas. Back to Horford. To the paint. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Isaiah Thomas.
And you know, though Thomas is a smaller player, his size doesn't deter him from getting close to the basket. I mean, that's what you have to love about this kid. Not good. He already has 2 early fouls here, and he has to watch himself for the rest of the half.
It's stolen by Bradley.
Wow, he was one step ahead of the defense there. Brilliant work coming up with the takeaway.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Now just a 5-point Heat lead. Miami's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot.
Now, when you think about Avery Bradley, a star high school player, and while he's become a highly regarded defensive player, offensively, he's more of a role player. Spot up threes and smart cutting off the ball. Now, he hasn't started this game on the right foot, but it hasn't slowed his team from grabbing the lead.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Celtics ball.
Johnson against Williams. Picked by Horford. The 3 from Bradley. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 3 rebounds now in this one. And taken away by Johnson. Passes it to Crowder. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. 7 points for Jay Crowder.
That's just the vision of Thomas, spotting the open man and delivering the ball on time and on target.
Thomas against Dragic. Bosch passes to Winslow. And the dunk by Winslow.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
But it's surprising, Kev, to see so little urgency on the defensive side, especially with them losing this game right now. Really surprised he clanked that one. He makes those on the regular.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Boston making some changes. Jerebko comes in for Johnson. And Smart subbed in for Thomas. And Miami also making a switch. Johnson's checked in. Now here's Dragic. He has 7. Shots good by Bosch.
Good things come to those who go inside the paint.
Smart kicks to Horford. All alone. Rebound by the Heat. They've led by as much as 10.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it's always a transition and a difficult one for college coaches to come to the pros, but Celtics coach Brad Stevens made one of the smoothest we've seen after leading Butler to back-to-back national championship games. You hear that buzz from players to opposing coaches. Greg Popovich said, "I really respect what he does. His team executes. I'll still watch his Butler tape." Trying to learn some stuff, to be honest with you. High praise indeed, fellas.
And Popovich, really the godfather of the active coaches right now, D.A. His voice carries certainly a lot of weight in this league. Thank you. Miami leading by 9. Johnson dishes to Dragic. He feeds it to Bosh. 1 second left, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Horford. The Heat have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6. That free throw good from Bosh.
And they haven't let points get away from them at the line tonight. That's always something that'll allow a coaching staff to breathe a little easier.
Second free throw, no good. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Heat lead by 10. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, how does the defense you're playing impact your offense?
It just energizes us. We have an ignitable group, and that's how we play. So we have to continue to stay the course and try to keep them off the three-point line as best as we can.
Yeah, those runouts get your guys going. Thanks a lot, Spo. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to review the first half of action. A tremendous game we're seeing from Chris Bosh. He had 16 points, 3 assists, and 9 rebounds. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Heat first half.
Well, the offense is running on all cylinders. Guys are focused, executing, not playing outside of themselves. That's why their shooting percentage was so high. See it up there, Ernie, in the stratosphere? Anyway, they're mixing things up, which keeps the defense scrambling.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Boston?
They just gave up way too many good looks from the three-point line. That means either you haven't followed the game plan correctly or you're not executing it correctly. Either way, it's wrong. So from the looks of the first half, they need to aggressively close out on shooters to close this gap and the score.
And that about wraps it up, as the second half is just moments away. Now down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew, and we will see you after the game, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
Welcome back, everyone. There's State Station. That's where you get off the T if you're going to go visit the old State House here in Boston. The second half just about to get going here. You look at Chris Bosh in this game, I mean, he's been everywhere.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
Yeah, sound fundamentals. Lots of patience that led to that efficient scoring effort.
Heat leading by 10. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Horford is out there with Johnson. And it's Crowder in it, the small forward. That's the Boston 5.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Well, that's just not wise to take that shot in that situation. He'll think better of it next time around.
Now, here's Thomas. Pass to Horford. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Bosch. He dishes it to Johnson. The kick out to Dragic. There's Winslow. Clock at 6. Off the screen. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line.
Shooting one.
That one on Horford.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. The Heat making a switch here. Whiteside's checked in. That free throw good from Bosch. Celtics trail by 13. Outside Thomas. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Lets it go with the 3. And Winslow pulls it down. Miami's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The Heat have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. So it's Boston now. They trail by 16. Johnson the screen. Horford the pass to Crowder. Misses the 3. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And it's Waiters atop the key. Down low, it's tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Oh, he gets a great jump on it. Barely bounces off his fingertips.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by.
Oh, it's such a disciplined defender. I mean, Horford with the ability to get to the right spot and put his size to use.
One shot.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
The Heat have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. Celtics trail by 19. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some.
Oh!
That athletic.
Yeah.
Wow. Jumped out of the gym.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Well, of course it did. The D was nowhere to be found, and because of that, he easily spread down the court and got an easy bucket.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line.
Celtics. Al Horford will be at the line shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Johnson, he's checked in for Miami. And Al Horford drops them both. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Dragic kicks to Winslow. Here's Waiters, and it's Miami with another. And we may have an injury here. That does not look good.
Oh, man, you just hate to see something like that.
Oh, injuries, trust me, an unfortunate part of the game. You know he's got to be frustrated.
Johnson, he's checked in for Waiters. Thomas against Dragic. Outside Crowder. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Crowder's got 10.
He's worked a lot on his three-point shot. Crowder makes enough where it has to be honored. Last season, Jay Crowder scoring far and away the most points of his career, over 14 a game. He's more of a secondary scorer, a spot-up shooter, and a good finisher at the rim.
Bosch misses. Celtics trail by 18. Crowder dishes to Thomas. Picked by Horford. Thomas with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic. Jacks up a three. And again, Boston with the triple. And for Crowder, Chris, he doesn't try to do too much offensively. As they say, he stays in his lane.
That's right. He shoots corner threes. He has a good sense of when to cut to the rim. And without being flashy, he's a very effective offensive player.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Olenek, he's checked in for Boston. Heat also with the sub. Willie Reed, he's checked in for James Johnson. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Bradley, no one around him. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got his third assist on the night. Bradley against Johnson. Outside, Dragic. Inside, just 5 to shoot. Here's Bosch. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Bosch has got 21.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And here is Thomas. 19 points in the game. Screen by Olenek. The three from Bradley. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Right side Bosch. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Bradley with the ball. 12 points for him. There's Thomas with the three. It's hauled in by the Heat. Bosch has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Winslow's shot is off.
You can bet if he's left open from there again, he's probably going to knock that one down.
Bradley passes to Johnson. Bosch with some nice D. The Heat leading by 15. Johnson outside. Right wing. Here's Winslow. No good from outside.
Well, he had 1 three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Here's Johnson. Goes back up. That one doesn't drop. And Miami the other way now. Reed kicks to Winslow. Count it. Winslow's got 14.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
To the paint. Here's Bradley. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got his 4th assist in this one.
Even though he has been a man on a mission on offense, he still hasn't been able to help his team get the lead.
Reed a screen. Johnson dishes to Reed. Bosch, that's for 2. He's off on that one. Johnson with the defensive effort. Outside Thomas. Bradley against Johnson. Johnson, the pass to Thomas. There's the feed to Olynyk. 18 feet out. And yep, a couple bounces and it falls. Bradley's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, he has put forth an outstanding effort on offense this quarter. He will need to keep it up if they really want to cut into this lead. Now, when you think about Amir Johnson, the last ever prep to pro draftee. Now, look, he was taken out of high school with the 56th pick by the Pistons back in 2005. Learning from the vets on that squad, he learned how to win.
Boston making some changes. Jerebko's checked in for Johnson. Brown comes in for Jay Crowder, and Marcus Smart is subbed in for Bradley. And then for Miami, Whiteside's checked in for Reed. Ellington comes in for Chris Bosh. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Goran Dragic. And we're not used to thinking of 11-year vets still having room to grow, but you know what, Chris? That might be the case with Amir Johnson.
Well, it's interesting. I played with Amir, always a great athlete with high energy, great motor, but he's never averaged more than 28 minutes a game despite being that highly effective player. That could mean he's had a lot of tread left on those tires.
Shot from the inbound, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Olynyk. Well, you guys talk about an imposing presence on the floor. Hassan Whiteside is about as big as they get in the NBA. You can't go through him, and it's even tougher, Greg, to go over the top of him.
And Whiteside is a tree of a player. There is no other way to put it. Measures at 7 feet flat, but has enough bounce in his jump where you think he's 7'6" at the end of the game. Also, very solid core strength, guys. He is difficult to move when he plants his feet.
And so he hits both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Thomas kicks to Jerebko. Now Thomas, 19 points in the game. And there's the pass to Jerebko. And it's off from three-point range.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's time for an injury report. Let's find out the news on Chris Bosh. David, what's the update there?
Kevin caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Heat. It's not what anyone wanted to hear, as it sounds like it's a severe injury.
Thank you, David. Really appreciate you finding out how he's doing.
And you know, I know everyone is rooting for him to make a quick and full recovery.
You're right. We know he's a baller, a competitor, that he'll do everything within his power to return to the court as soon as possible.
And the action on hold, as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
Oh, man, not happy right now. You can see he is really hurting.
Oh, and you know what? Some of that pain may be mental. It's called the fear of the unknown. Let's hope it turns out to be less serious than it looked like.
Josh McRoberts has checked in for Whiteside. And Miami making a change here. Bosch is checked in. So it's Miami now. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Here's Winslow. Again, the miss by the Heat. Celtics trail by 17. A chance here to get a quick injury report. Now David Aldridge has an update for us on Hassan Whiteside. David, what's the news?
Kevin caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Heat. He told me that in his opinion, the injury does not appear to be too serious. He won't return to this game, and he could be looking at a very long recovery process. Kevin, back to you.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sidelines.
Yeah, and given how hard he's worked, you know how frustrated he must be. Difficult blow to overcome for him and for his team.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to Ellington. Jacks up a three. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 5 assists tonight. Here's Thomas, who's got 19. The 17-footer, Olynyk. The shot that time, not on target. Nice D from Bosch. Ellington dishes to Richardson. And Chris Bosch with the slam.
And when he gets his points within the flow of the offense, that efficiency has helped them build this lead.
Outside Thomas. In the corner, Smart with it. Offensive rebound. With the putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Jerebko's got his first 2 points.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. The wide open look here for Bosch. And again, Miami with the triple.
Oh, he has really played to his maximum potential this quarter. What a performance.
And taken away by Johnson. Here's Richardson. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
They have got to box out better than that. That putback's just another example of what a difference there's been between these two teams.
I mean, it just goes to show the lack of effort on their part. Their opponents simply want this game more than them right now.
Al Horford. He's checked in for Isaiah Thomas. Boston's gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. And here's Smart. He kicks it to Jerebko. For 3, Olynyk hits it from three-point range. Olynyk's got 6 here in this quarter.
Oh, and you don't see many 7-footers with the shooting ability that Olynyk possesses.
Johnson with it. Now guarded by Smart. The dish to Ellington. Shoots it. Rebound Boston. Jerebko's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Feeds it to Smart. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Smart's got 6. There's 1:40 left to play in the 3rd. Bosch passes to Johnson. They set the screen. Dishes to Ellington. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. 11 points in the game.
I mean, he's just been huge today for his team. Without his hot shooting, there's no way they'd have the lead.
Here's Smart, and the jam by Smart.
I mean, just the showmanship. Smart with a little improvisation that time.
The Heat leading by 18. Johnson with it. Now Ellington shoots from 14. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got his 6th rebound on the night. Over in the corner, Brown. And again, Boston with the triple.
And they came out smoking here from beyond.
Well, no one is stepping up and making them beat them off the dribble. Until that happens, they'll continue to burn you from there.
Bosch kicks to Winslow. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here's Smart. 8 points for him. Celtics passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Olynyk. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding an open man.
They set the pick. Here's Bosch. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Okay, hey, bottom line is, good things are going to happen, bad things are happening. How you respond is the biggest key. Let's go.
And Brad Stevens moments ago focusing on what they can do now rather than worrying about what's already happened.
Yeah, this is all you can do. Put all of your energy into this moment. The past, the future, they don't matter.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. Richardson is out there with Dragic. Then there's Wayne Ellington. Then it's Winslow. And it's Bosch in at the pivot, manning the middle. Johnson, good.
Well, the combination of athleticism and just the touch Johnson has, I mean, able to finish even under duress.
Outside Dragic. Kicks it to Bosch. And the officials call a traveling violation.
He was playing flawless basketball up until that turnover.
Here's Smart. Pass to Horford. Picked by Horford. Richardson against Bradley. Smart wide open. He fires. He shoots again.
You know what? And not a bad foul there. Johnson, an excellent finishing inside.
That's his first personal foul.
And when you take a look at Amir Johnson, he was signed as a free agent by the Celtics. Now, he had been a fan favorite in Toronto, much beloved in the locker room, but persistent ankle injuries gave the Raptors front office some concern.
And he can't get the first one.
And we're looking at the last ever Prep to Pros draftee. I mean, Amir Johnson taken 56 overall by Detroit in 2005. He's been in the league over a decade now.
He hits the second from the line. Miami leading by 10. And here's Dragic. There's a good screen. Bosch, the screen. Pass to Ellington. He feeds it to Bosch. Unloads from 13. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Bosch has got 30 points. And with Amir Johnson, no disputing he's been a quality utility guy with a great upside. But, Chris, do you think the doubts about his consistency were founded?
But you know what? He only missed 3 games last season, so I don't know if I'd agree with all the rumors. By all accounts, a class act and a great teammate. The Celtics were happy to have him, and I would think looking to resign him after this season.
Right side, Dragic. Bradley on the double team. Winslow with it, and it's Horford picking him up. And here's Bosch for 3. Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Outside Bradley. He dishes it to Johnson. Horford with a screen on Bosch. In the corner, Crowder with it. Shot clock at 5. Here's Bradley.
Oh, that's nice to see from Bradley. I mean, you'd like your two guard to be able to generate some easy points at the line.
2. Shooting for Boston, Avery Bradley will be at the line shooting 2.
No good on that one. And the Celtics making a change here. Thomas is checked in. Good on the second free throw.
I mean, and that 6'3" Bradley is a plus defender thanks to his quickness and tenacity.
Dragic against Thomas. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. Josh McRoberts is checked in for Miami. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Thomas against Dragic. And there's Richardson. That's good on the assist by Dragic.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Oh, you asking me? The defense has been garbaggio. I've lost track. The D has been non-existent, and they've taken full advantage of it.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Well, he's been lights out all game. No one can deny that, but I'm not sure his efforts will be enough to get his team to win.
On target from 13 feet.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Bradley dishes to Horford. Takes a shot at the elbow. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Oh, how about Horford there showing the jump shot? More of a set shot, really, but at his size, he can get it off.
Winslow against Crowder. Winslow kicks to McRoberts. It's stolen by Johnson. Outside Thomas. Shoots it up. Offensive rebound. Gets it down to single digits. And that's 17 points for Horford.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
There's Winslow. Poked loose.
Hard to tell if he's just lacking energy in the second half, but it does not look like he's himself out there.
Bradley passes to Thomas. Picked by Horford. Thomas kicks to Johnson. 6 to shoot. And there's the feed to Horford. And it's sent back by Bosch. And he's able to get it back. Miami leading by 9. And it's time for an injury report. Now David.
Boom! That's how you attack. Wow.
Attack the rim, baby. Move out the way.
Thomas with the ball. Johnson the screen. Johnson with a screen on Dragic. Thomas with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Winslow off target with his 3. Boston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Thomas dishes to Horford. Johnson the screen. Horford the pass to Bradley. Nice ball movement by Boston. In the corner, Crowder with it. Boston needs to get off a shot. That's it, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Bradley.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Here is McRoberts. There's the pass to Winslow. Crowder against Winslow. Inside, Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Jay Crowder at 6'6", 6'7", not the tallest guy at the forward spot, but he is solid.
So true. Everybody needs a perimeter player who can deal with those strength matchups. Crowder is physical. He doesn't back down from anybody. He's a difference maker on that defensive end.
First free throw is good. A different look for Miami. Luke Babbitt comes in for Josh McRoberts, and it's Tyler Johnson in for Richardson. So Horford gets 2. The Heat leading by 6. Outside Bosch. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
Oh, stops the dunk there. The best outcome in a bad situation.
And that one falls for Bosch. Johnson, he's checked in for Luke Babbitt. Both free throws good from Bosch. Celtics trail by 8. And taken away by Johnson. One-on-one here. Another shot. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And the first one at the line is good. And Johnson drops them both. The Celtics are gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Outside Bradley. Outside Thomas. Pass to Johnson.
Oh, nice determination by Johnson. Looking to score, and he draws some contact.
First one falls for him. So Johnson hits 2 of them. The Heat leading by 8. Outside Dragic. Now Johnson. Winslow kicks to Dragic. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Winslow. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. And that's now 17 points for Justice Winslow. Outside Thomas. Picked by Horford. Thomas kicks to Johnson. There's the dish to Thomas. Johnson sets the screen for Thomas. Offensive rebound Celtics. Second chance shot. Again, Thomas missing.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
Oh, they really made a mess of that one. That really should have been an easy basket.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Bradley kicks to Johnson. Feeds to Thomas. Off the screen. Basket counts. Thomas got 21 in the game.
And with his usual degree of difficulty, I mean, that's an easy one. Thomas able to just catch and release.
Dishes to Johnson. On the wing, Johnson. Outside, Dragic. Bosch, high post. The 19-foot shot, and it's Miami with another.
With every shot he makes, the defense only gets more and more flustered. What a showing by him.
Thomas up top. He's guarded by Dragic. Again, Thomas missing.
Well, his head doesn't look in the game right now. He can't seem to connect on any shot he takes out there.
Now here's Dragic. Johnson the screen. Outside Bosch. They set the pick. Winslow. Good, and it's Bosch picking up the assist. Bosch has got 4 assists now tonight.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Dragic against Thomas. From 15 feet away, Horford. It's good on the putback.
Oh, he's been basically perfect so far in this quarter, especially on offense.
Here's Dragic. Outside Bosch. And stolen by Horford. It's Bradley on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. Bradley can't get it to go. The Heat leading by 13. Johnson kicks to Johnson. And again, Miami with the triple.
Man, fantastic chemistry on that play. You have to admire the Celtics.
Timeout.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And Miami making a change here. Richardson's checked in. Thomas against Dragic.
And just think, Isaiah Thomas acquired by the Celtics in a deadline deal back in 2015. And for a team in desperate need of more scoring punch, he's been the perfect fit.
At the line for the Celtics, Isaiah Thomas will be at the line shooting 2.
No good on the free throw.
When you look at Isaiah Thomas, I think when it's all said and done, he'll go down as one of the all-time great scorers under 6 feet in history. I mean, you might say he's already there.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
And lost his touch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he stays hot.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And the Celtics acquiring Thomas, future All-Star on a budget contract, in exchange for a late first-round pick. I think Chris, it worked out for him.
I think so, too. He's a dynamic scorer. He's the straw that stirs the drink for them at the offensive end. The Celtics believed in his talent, and they're reaping the rewards.
That's good from Richardson. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Celtics trail by 17. And taken away by Johnson. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. Well, something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
And you can tell by the look on his face, boy, he is going through a lot of pain.
Oh, man, out of all the times, out of all the games, this one, yeah, you have to feel for the guy, giving a great effort. It's terrible to see that happen.
Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for the Heat.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like, Greg, for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Picked by Horford. Kicks it to Crowder. To stop the run. Miami grabs the miss.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Heat.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And as we've come to expect, another big game tonight and an impressive exhibit for Chris Bosh.
Well, he was obviously feeling it at the offensive end tonight. It was his energy, his efficiency, that put them over the hump in this game.
Johnson with it, now guarded by Bradley. Johnson kicks to Dragic. Bradley on the double team. Johnson, a wide open look. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quiet.
Well, the fans have sounded lost and disappointed, which is exactly what they were hoping to accomplish.
Johnson gets the bucket.
And you know what? He's underrated there. Johnson with length, athleticism, and he can finish with either hand inside.
And Miami can just let the clock run down here. And here's Dragic. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Goran, was defense the key to getting this victory tonight?
Yeah, we know if we want to win that game, we have to be solid in defense. You know, they're the best running team. They're gonna shoot three-point line, and we just have to be solid in defense. And we did that, and in the end, we won that game. So.
Yeah, you guys worked outside in, and you were able to get stops and get the win. Congrats, Goran. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Bosh.
It's amazing how often he was able to slash right through the defense and get to the rim for an easy deuce. Come on, man. They couldn't stop his penetration, Ernie. All those points he racked up from the paint made a big difference.
He just put on a clinic. That's the kind that makes you want to just take notes. Like, grab your pad, make notes, because you're never going to see something like this again, possibly. combining an elite skill set with an intact first mindset. Wow, incredible.
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.